it's Asha. Welcome back to Reading with Asha. For today's video, we are going to be doing a holiday book recommendations and TBR video. I like watching these videos every year, and I like making one because I like seeing everyone's different holiday recommendations. I definitely see a lot of the same recommendations, and I love reading those books. Don't get me wrong, they are always good books. That's why they're recommended so much. But I hope that in this video, I can give you some recommendations that you maybe haven't heard of before that are Christmassy or have Christmas aspects to them, that are maybe not like mainstream Christmas books, which again, there's nothing wrong with those books. I literally read those books and get recommendations from them, but I just wanted to give you guys some different options to read as well. And then I'm going to show you guys my holiday TBR, which is very small because as much as I would love to have a big fat stack of holiday books that I want to read, I usually only read one or two in the month of December that are holiday themed because it's like exam month for college and there's just a whole bunch of different things going on. So hopefully we can get to those, but I'm gonna go ahead and share those with you now. Before we get into the video, I did want to share with you where all my jewelry is from, which is Luisa, because I have gotten a lot of comments, specifically on TikTok actually, about the necklaces I've been wearing, and I just got a new pair of earrings, so I just wanted to show with you guys a little haul. I will have all the links in the description box below because right now they're doing the biggest sale of the year for Black Friday. Their designs are already affordable, but with the Black Friday sale, they're going to be having up to 35% off, which is such a great deal. They also have free and super fast shipping in the US, and if you're not in the US, they have really affordable shipping options as well. You get a 2-year warranty on every product. I personally like gold jewelry, and these products that I've gotten, I think I got these at the beginning of October, and I've been wearing them ever since, and they have not tarnished whatsoever. And my other necklaces that I got for them, I got back in July, I think, July or August, and they have not tarnished whatsoever. I've worn them in the shower, swimming, etc., and they are still completely beautiful and shiny. They're also hypoallergenic and sustainable, which is really nice. Because they're a viral brand, their products will go really fast, so if you've been eyeing anything, now is the time to get it. The sale is for a limited time, so run, don't walk to Luisa to get some really cute pieces of jewelry. I recently just got this gold letter necklace with the C on it because that's my boyfriend's initial, so I think that's super cute. And then I've had this Ina mini chain since I think July, and I love this necklace so much. They look so cute layering, and again, they're super affordable. Another one of my new recent favorites are these Eden small hoop earrings. They're so cute. I've gotten so many compliments on them, and I have worn them every single day since I got them, and they look so nice and just elevate every single outfit that you have, so I would highly recommend any of these pieces. There was also a really popular necklace that I got so many questions on that was from one of my TikToks, and that was the Hannah necklace, which is also just a really cute little pendant necklace. I would recommend any of those products, but they have so many options for literally everybody. Definitely go check it out. It's a great gift option to gift yourself or somebody else for the holiday season. Alright, with all that being said, let's get right into the Christmas book recommendation. The first book I have to recommend is on my TBR, as well as I've read a little bit of it because it's not really a book that you read all in one sitting. So this one is the Time for Christmas Chicken Soup for the Soul book. I have always loved these books ever since I was little. It's 101 tales of holiday joy, love, and gratitude, and it's also such a cute book, perfect to go on your coffee tables. I just like to read one of these like every night before I go to bed when it's the holiday season, and it kind of just, I don't know, it's like a peaceful little routine, and I really like it. I got this at Barnes & Noble last year. I know that they also sell them on Amazon, but you could definitely check out either or. Yeah, I really enjoyed reading some of this last year, so I'm gonna continue reading this one this year. I also did want to mention that, what did I want to mention? I can't remember actually. Oh, I also wanted to mention that I don't really like knowing the full synopsis of a book before I go into it. So my description of these books are going to be more based on the vibes and the actual whole plot and everything, because I don't want to spoil anything. So that's probably what I'm going to do here, but you're still going to get a little gist of the book, so don't worry. The next book that I have to recommend could be read technically during any time of year, but it definitely has some strong Christmas vibes, and that's the first Anne of Green Gables book by L.M. Montgomery. This is technically considered a classic, but this is a super easy read. Like, I wouldn't be worried about getting through it or if it's anything hard to digest. It's such a wonderful and happy story that I think is just such a good story to read during the Christmas time, because it's just full of love and happiness and gratefulness, and there's obviously some Christmas scenes in here as well. So no, it's not fully a whole Christmas book, but it has happy, positive vibes that you want for the Christmas season. And again, like I said, there is a few scenes as well. The next book book that I'm going to recommend to you is something that I've recommended before, and I don't ever see people recommend this as a holiday book, but it has holiday vibes in it for reasons that I can't say or else it would spoil the book. But I think if you've read this book, you would definitely get what I mean. But that's The Giver by Lois Lowry. This is probably my favorite book of all time. It's a super short book. It is also considered a classic, but again, it's super easy to read. They literally have like 5th graders read this book. It's one of those kind of books you read in school, but also I think you can't fully grasp the concepts in it until you're older. So I always like to reread this, and I think it's perfect to reread around Christmas time because it's so Christmassy in so many aspects. But this is kind of like a dystopian book. There's a very controlled society that this young boy Jonas is living in, and he doesn't understand, but he learns so much, and there's so much love and joy in this book in certain parts. It's not the whole entire book, and it's definitely an interesting concept. I don't think people would normally recommend anything dystopian as like a Christmas/holiday book, but there is something so distinct about this book, again, that I cannot say that is Christmassy about it. So you just have to read it. It's 180 pages. It's super easy to read. There's also a movie for this book. I don't know. I watched the movie a really long time ago, and I remember not liking it as much as the book. Surprise, that happens all the time. I really love this book all the time, but I highly recommend it around Christmas time as well. The next book is a part of a series, so you would have to read the other books before you read this one, but this is just a sign for those of you who have been putting this one off or haven't picked it up yet. It's A Court of Frost and Starlight. This is a very Christmassy coded fantasy book. It's technically marked as like the 3.5 book of the ACOTAR series because it's just a novella, but this one is about their winter solstice, which is super heavy on the Christmas vibe. So I always think that this is such a good book to read because it's just kind of like a fun filler book in between all the really seriousness of the series. I always think it's a good one to even go back and reread if you've read the whole ACOTAR series and you want to go pick something up that's like fantasy Christmas vibes. The next recommendation that I have for you, I actually grabbed the entire series for because it's in a box set and it's really hard to get one book out. So any of these books really have a fun Christmas vibe, but if you haven't started this series yet, now is a great time because of the Christmas and found family vibes, which I keep saying vibes, I know that, but it's just so good, and you already know. It's the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling. It's incredible. It's so holiday-esque. It's so Christmassy. There's nothing like Christmas at Hogwarts, and then after you read the first or the second book, you can get into the movies and watch it and just visualize everything that you just read. Especially in the first 2 books, the movies are pretty spot on with everything that happens in them, and it's so cute and I love it so much. And this is a really good thing that you could ask for Christmas as well, because if you've never read this series before, I think the winter time is the perfect time to read it. I highly recommend getting into this. It's so easy to read. It's so complex though for a middle grade series, so it's technically meant for like 10-year-olds. Like a lot of people have read this series when they were younger, but you could definitely read it at any age. I actually just read this for the first time, I want to say 3 years ago now, and it was amazing. And I got it for Christmas and I finished it within like 2 weeks after Christmas because it was so good, the whole entire series. And then you're gonna want to go to Universal Studios and experience everything for yourself. So I highly recommend this one. And you'll probably notice that I'm not recommending a ton of books. That's because I only want to recommend books that I actually really enjoyed, because I don't want to give you something that I was like, oh, this is kind of fun and it has good Christmas kind of, I just want to say vibes again, but I know I should use a different word. Christmas, what should I say? I can't even think. Like a good Christmassy atmosphere, environment, I don't really know. But I want to give you something that is good with the plot, and it's just a really enjoyable book overall. I have 2 more book recommendations for you. The first one is A Princess for Christmas. This is such a cute little Christmas book. It's by Jenny Holiday, who is kind of known for writing Christmas books. If you like the Princess Switch movies or any princess movies that have to do with Christmas, that are like in the castle of Eldovia when there's snow all around and Christmas trees, you're gonna love this book. It's so cute, and she travels to New York City, so you get the New York City vibes and you get the whole Christmas in a whole different castle and country and all that. It's so much fun, and I would highly recommend this one. I really loved it, and it's also kind of a part of a little series now. So I think there's 3 books, and I think they could all be read as standalones, but they're also interconnected with the characters. I did read the second one, and I didn't really love it as much as the first one, but I will always recommend the first one because it's so cute. And then the last Christmas book that I have to recommend to you is something that we read for our book club last year, which I gave a 5 stars to because it was so adorable and fun, and such a heavy story of friendship friendship with all of the amazing Christmassy aspects to it. So that was The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan, who I think is a really good lighthearted author. There was so much fun things going on in this book. The book's point of view switches between 4 different women. 3 of them are best friends, and then one of them is a woman that they meet at this really cute holiday inn, the Maple Sugar Inn in Vermont. So you get all of the snowy Christmas tree farm, like staying at a beautiful hotel, all of those really good vibes. I can't stop saying vibes, I'm so sorry, and there's a subplot of romance in it, but it's also mostly about friendship and the power and importance of female friendship. And a lot of people who like this author's books also like Emily Henry and Jennifer Weiner. I would recommend this totally if you like those authors and you're wanting something fun and easy to read for the holiday season. I remember I actually finished this one on Christmas Eve last year, and I was up to like 1 a.m. just finishing it because it was so good. So I highly recommend that. But now let's get into my Christmas TBR. So I have 2 books on my Christmas TBR, and the first one is the book that we're reading for our book club, which is a new book. This one just recently came out but already has a ton of really good reviews. It's called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn, who is a pretty popular author. We're gonna be reading this one for our book club. This is actually on Kindle Unlimited, and the girls in my book club really wanted to read it. It is like a 400-page romance book though, so I was a little put off by that, but I'm hoping that everything is really, really good, because then it'll make it easier to read and be in the story for 400 pages, because usually I don't like any romance books that are over 300 pages because it's just way too much for me. And then another one that I want to read that I saw recommended by another YouTuber is called Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh. I saw this recommendation from Faith's Reading Things. I think she said she gave this book a 5 stars when she read it last year, and I just started recently watching her videos, by the way. So if you guys haven't heard of her channel, you should definitely check it out because her videos are so nice and fun. I pretty much like all the books that she likes. I put this one on my TBR. It also has really good ratings and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so there's another plus to that. If you guys have any good recommendations for Christmas audiobooks, please let me know, because I really want an audiobook that I can listen to while I do my crocheting, because this year I'm trying to make a lot of the Christmas presents that I give people. So I like to listen to an audiobook, or I like to watch a movie while I do it, but recently, since I've been trying to read more, I've been listening to audiobooks. That is everything that I would recommend for you to read this holiday season and everything I want to read this holiday season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you go check out the Ana Luisa Black Friday sale because you will not want to miss it. The links will be in the description box below. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!